Third skræða. Our Trinities. Óðinn vili vie. Nýsi niður, nemið upp fimbulrúnir. Norse Edda poem Hávamál. Transcend. Acquire fimble runes, skill in action. The TM technique leads to transcendence. Hundreds of scientific research, e.g. brainwaves research. Óðsmál, books, websites, and online, free. Research by Freyjugettir Norræn menning since 1990. Rune Íviður, yew tree, 3 roots of Askur Yggdrasils. Mjötviður mær, mjötuður. At Ragnarök the ancient tree moans, ymur hið aldna tré. Gott ullur dwells in í dalir. Our 3 wells, like Urðabrunnur, Mínisbrunnur, from which the ash nourishes. Brunnur means well. Urður verðandi skuld, law of karma. See skræða 33. A law of nature personified. As we sow, so we reap. An action set forth returns to its origin. Sooner or later, always just. Óðinn vili vie in Ginnungagap, seeking knowledge. This movement gives rise to space element. Rishi Devata Chandas in Samhita, Sanskrit, ancient science. Hyperspace observable states in unified field. Physics, modern science. The 3-in-1 about Mimir, the memory of all, memory of who we are in reality. Óðinn, consciousness, the process of remembering that which is remembered. Note that Óðinn and Mimir are not two, as he who remembers the remembered is a part of the oneness of remembering. One who remembers is unified with his memory. I become more one than ever when I remember who I really am. We are man trees found on shore. We have 3 roots in the 3 wells, get nurtured from the abyss of waters. God's odor, hænir lóður, bring divine attributes. We men are divine creatures, receive the godly gifts brought to the man trees. But we do not behave accordingly. We need constant nourishment from our roots. No one knows the unity and oneness from which all trinities come, but that is the eternal Ginnungagap. Air, fire, water. Vata, kaffa, Sanskrit, and eld, sai, hrimnar, in perfect harmony in Valhall. Valhall is the stage of consciousness of an enlightened man. Soon each one of us reaches Valhall, fully alive, enlightened. Þursa meir 3 Thursons, mögur, as Gaelic mac. 3 qualities of ámátk árborin, the mighty primordial nature. Sattva, Rajas, Tama, Triguna, who rule the whole world, bossy but unseen. They show up on Iðavellir where Tívar arranges the laws of nature. Triguna of nature stir up the dynamic silence of Tívatún where gods dwell. Teltu teitir uns komu, played happily until, uns means until, nature showed up. Tún, pronounced tún, is dynamics, Greek word stem, dynamis. Tún is here the unified field of total natural law. Infinite silence and infinite dynamism in balance, reflecting the perfect order of Ginnungagap, nibble and múspell. Our 3-in-1 shall further be elaborated. Þræll, karl, jarl, thrall, freeman, earl, 11th skræða rígur, different stages of evolution of man. Hár, hærri, þriði, high, higher, third, who all 3 are Óðinn. Ómi, one of Óðinn's many names, Aum. A opens to eternity, U, pronounced O, maintains hidden. M is endless, A-U-M, Om. Same as A, Vishnu, U, Shiva, M, Brahma. Silence, dynamism, creating. Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma. The trinity of Atma, Brahm, oneness, Ginnungagap, consciousness. Hávamál in 3 parts, understanding of Hávamál according to stage of consciousness of each one. Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, Jnana Kanda. First part of Hávamál is for crude man, basic behavioral code. Elsa Britta Tichenel, theosophical writer, calls it the Emily Post advice. Do not blow thy nose on the tablecloth when thou art a guest at a banquet and church. Middle part for our Lot Fopnir, who is really acquiring interest. Wants to know, perhaps learn by heart only. Asks and seeks knowledge, not mature enough for the wisdom though. Rúnatal, for the refined man who understands spiritual evolution of man. sees the purpose and goal of human life. The 3-in-1 CEB, consciousness-based education, see Scribe 37, student studying the material studied. All knowledge is structured in consciousness. The student is consciousness. He who knows, Odin, Rishi, the knower, searching for knowledge, Vili, Devata. What is known? Vie, Chandas. Bhi, Riti, Smriti, and Eld Sai. Learn, understand, remember. Vatapita Kapha. Parents of Loki, Fenrir, Hel, Jörmungandur. We can go on. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Greek letters, names of brainwaves measured by EEG. Theta is actually also one sort of brainwaves, thus not a perfect trinity. The TM technique practiced brings correlation to alpha waves, the Rishi, Odin, while Gamma is Chandas, VA. Alpha, Mi, Omega, Greek letters, beginning, middle, end. Pertaining to creation, obviously, only worldly stuff has beginning, middle, and end. Like Askur Yggdrasil, who collapses at Ragnarök. End is also relevant for sun gods, Horus, Dionysus, Jesus, Attis, Baldur, and the rest, all worldly cycles. But Ginnungagap has no beginning, no end, ergo no middle. Note, Alpha, Mi, Omega does not go for Ginnungagap consciousness. 3 pillars for health: quality food, quality sleep, quality behavior. Our bodies are a means to evolve during its lifespan on Earth. 39th Scribe. We have to take good care of our body. We need it pure for spiritual evolution. Pure physiology, a pure man, and our goddess Sin will be happy. The only purpose and goal of being born is evolution to perfection. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, one of the 3 yet seen as one. Trinities, 3 cross 2. Freyr sends his Rey, Skirnir, to materially oriented Gerður, perhaps seen as a cycle, as we start probing ever deeper into spiritual life. But Freyr, Skirnir, Gerður are the 3-in-1. Because the divine, Freyr, travels as a Rey, Skirnir, the meaning of the name from Sanskrit, on Freyr's horse symbolizes divine power, to mankind, Gerður, waking us up from what we wrongly call waking state, to let us realize that we are Ginnungagap, our divine part to be found in Lokfara Lundur Barri within man, telling us, like Jesus, to seek and find in the right place, within. We use 3 fetters on ignorance, Fenrir. There is not any trinity though. Drumi, a weak act by us half asleep. Læðingur, laziness and carelessness. Glitnir, action in accord with natural law. In Scribe 17, 2 useless attempts, then the T is correct divine solution. Using 6 subtle essences of nature in the hands of the dwarfs, dvergar, primordial powers used. Adding a bit of courage and determined mind to support righteousness. All good 3. Irminsul, ancient, found all over. Askur Yggdrasils. The roots of Askur draw up something unseen, as all trees' roots tend to do, and we call that something the sap. Inside all our worldly stuff is this sap, the flow, the wine of Valföður. We look into matter, particle experiments, to try to find something, only to find flickering, unstable superstrings and quarks, gunir. Looks like some flow, perhaps a river Thund, mighty flow of something not tangible. Drasil is from Sanskrit root dris, to see, or from drasa, what moves is not static, and yggur could be related to hugur, hyggja, hugsun, here concern, not only ogn. Ogn means threat, to be feared, as scholars say. Science claims Hilbert's operators and states to be in Ginnungagap, which is consciousness, the unified field. So we understand Odin Vili-Vie. Odin Vili-Vie, Rishi-Devata Chandas in Samhita. We shall compare modern science and ancient Vedic science, plus the profound wisdom and science found in Edda poems and myths. On the white drawings on page 8, we have the uncreated either above or below, which makes no difference as there are not ups and downs here. Neither is there time, nor space, nor direction, only the 10-dimension reality. In Ginnungagap, the unified field of total natural law, the Óðin curiosity or seeking starts. Hilbert states, observables states, Trinity in the oneness. Ginnungagap is self-referral course within itself, cannot refer to anything other as there is not any other. Here is potential for everything. The oneness is consciousness moving, irrandi, in motion. The supreme knowledge, pure. All knowledge is structured in consciousness. We happen to be consciousness, Ginnungagap, so the process is within us. But beware, Vili hides Óðin, and VA hides both Vili and Óðin. Then, on top of that trouble, the three brothers hide Ginnungagap out of our sight. So we lose track of the whole process, which counts for utter ignorance on our behalf. How come? What happens? All is within, but we do not see. How can we become so blind as not to see who we are? We make an ego, a birth in a body, in order to evolve to perfection, but we know not. Prajna Abharadaha, Sanskrit, our intellect makes a fatal mistake. On the drawing above, regla means order, orderliness, rugl means confusion, disorder, twaddle. The yellow bulb, when we live from the wrong place, that is, from the unstable division idea. Here something happens that we should understand, intellectually to begin with. Óðin Vili perpetually go to and fro, from 3 to 1 again. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, very fast, as nothing is to be found other than knowledge. We are caught up unforgivably in the division, and we think and reason from there. Ginnungagap is the perfect order and pure knowledge. Instability is in our worlds. The perfect harmony is everywhere, only we do not know it, we do not transcend. Þjóðvitnir, below, runs some tricky business in Óðsmál for brands. See fourth skrifa. He plays a character who uses our Prajnaparada, the mistake of our intellect. He has abundance of stuff to offer, and we are not aware of our rugl, twaddle. We take his bait. We, blindly, allow our senses to rule the mind. My drawing above line, ego, our stuff, and our beliefs. Below line, infinite correlation. On the right we have the global counter chart. We end up as a football for the triguna. Sattva, Rajas, Dhamma, Sanskrit. Norse Edda, Þursamegir 3 qualities of nature. The ruling triguna's domain is the whole world, nature. If we learn the technique to nisa niður, transcend, we rid ourselves of them for a while. That is how we also learn gradually to work from pure consciousness. The TM technique has been scientifically verified to really work. EEG shows that we transcend. TM is easy, natural, easily learned, and works effortlessly from the first dive to really nisa niður, transcend all thoughts. On this picture I have Þursameyjar 3 Thurs maidens. They take over from their late fathers, Thursar, which means evolution. This is my theory. Skaði, determined, seeks Baldur, the sun god. Gerður does not want to understand. Gerður enjoys her vanity. Gunnlöð gives us mjöður, the precious meat of wisdom. Spiritual evolution of every individual, evolution of nations, evolution of mankind. Skaði takes over from Þjasi. Her firm goal is Baldur, enlightenment. Gerður will be better than Gymir, finds her divine nature, meeting Freyr. Gunnlöð keeps the precious Kvasir mjöður and gives us, Óðin, abundantly. Gunnlöð wants us to stay in Hneitbjörg, sheds tears when we have to leave. We must fly home to Ásgarður to deliver the meat of wisdom to the gods. Do we know that we get born only to evolve? Are we stubborn Gerður? Now we know that our forefathers knew. Our forefathers' priceless knowledge has been preserved in disguise. Now we reveal the allegory. Óðin yppir svipum fyrir sig tíva sonum. We now see the profound wisdom contained in our poems and myths. The kitchen in Valhall. Ignorant teachers used to mock the Eddas. Stupid naive stories about fighting Einherjar. They even claimed Einherjar to be dead. These teachers did not want to understand. The kitchen in Valhall has the cook and hrimnir, that's air, the pot eld hrimnir, fire, The bore Sæhrimnir water. Hrím is frozen, or it is rhyming perfectly pure. If we boil water, the steam is pure, the molecule of 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. If we try to freeze sea water, only the water gets frozen. The minerals contained therein are simply residues. And eld, sæ, air, fire, water are found all over in creation. Ayurveda is the know-how of this particular lifespan, not that science of life, as some say. There are correlating body types, vata, pitta, kapha. See Ayurveda in Skræða 39. In all kinds of combinations, but always all 3, we have the 5 höfuðskepnur main created elements that become these 3. Höfuðskepnur are akash, space, air, fire, water, earth. They have always been 5. Modern science recently found that out. The old teachers did not know or didn't want to know this. Beautiful Valhall kitchen science. It's from Dr. Björn Hegelin, quantum physicist. Perhaps the generations that chanted the poems did not understand all of them, but they preserved the poems and myths, perhaps for thousands of years. Perhaps the silly stories in disguise served as a protective shield. The ignorant ones did not destroy the whole lot because it was so funny. Besides, truth cannot die. By being everlasting is how it proves to be truth. The man trees, Askur and Embla, a Valkyria, she is born along with man, Odin and his Gungnir, these 3 gods, Óður, Hænir, Lóður, give the man trees human attributes. Oh, wait, just a moment, please. My name is Þjóðvitnir. Excuse my interrupting, but this flood of information is not good for my business. There exists a law that bans dishonest advertising competition on the free market. So I have to protest. You do not see me, dwarf, at the doors of Detlingur, because I am a mythical character. I chant spells for some chosen ones. You are boldly taken in by my supply and demand trap, my blooming business. Now go to Skræða number 4, the best of the 40 Óðsmál for burns. I am such fun. What kind of stuff are those gods bringing to the babies in the cradle? The poor little Askur and Embla, örlöglaus manntré í fjöru, man trees on the shore, fateless, örlögless, just ducks, and good colors, litir góðir, for the little burns to have fun with. And perhaps a long poem, Óður, chanted especially for them for fun. All is fun for babies. Óður amuses them by singing for them. I am fed up by this endless gabble-jabble about allegories, hidden meaning that nobody understands anyway. So I have decided to cut it all off. My business needs men on the animal stage of evolution. Skirnir is, for example, spoiling for Gerður. Her primitive joy and the fun she enjoys in the worthless rubbish in Gemisgarðar. Skirnir is pointing out to her to use a lifespan to evolve, telling her about Hrímþursar and Geitaland, goats Urinas stagnation. I want all the world's Gemisgarðar to be fond of finery only. My supply of worthless stuff for the senses keeps the senses insatiable. The senses bring a heap of toys to the ever-thirsty mind, more than the stupid mind of a stupid man can take. I only need to make sure that the human mind does not seek glaðheimar. Then people start out a stupidity called evolving to perfection. That ruins my business. I tell all people that Ginnungagab does not exist, just a fake for the credulous. That nísa niður transcending rubbish in these stupid Óðsmál. Sacrifice human individual consciousness into universal consciousness is ridiculous. Stop thinking, what a priority, man. Put mind to no use and merge into nothingness. How can any man buy this garbage? Nobody understands anyway. Luckily, so I need not worry. Einherjar, the enlightened men are not my customers. I shall explain in details in my private number 4 Skræða for Burns. My big and best one. The one with the bright red cover. Okay, you can listen to that boring Trinity blubber, but I shall await you around the corner. Cheers. Little Völva cannot help laughing. Please, Þjóðvitnir, thy territory is far too big already. Thou hast millions of people as customers for thy worthless, unstable stuff. People that live a material life only. Enough is enough, isn't it? Why dost thou not chant wit and good things, as was thy job in the olden times? We know that many are born as men for the first time, just out of the animal stage. But thou shalt not try to retard the evolution of all men by offering flickering stuff. Let the Skræða number 4 be enough for the advertisement of your stuff. Here, on the picture, is one born as man for the first time. So we go on with our 3s. The Trinity mentioned on page 5 in this Skræða is the most important one. And very few realize the importance of that we ourselves are the knowledge, knowledge is structured in our consciousness. The student, to study what is studied, is a 3-in-1. CPE, Consciousness-Based Education, see scribe number 37, is a huge success everywhere in the world, founded by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, global country. The student has to know that all knowledge is within, and then learn how to access it effortlessly. Every burn has unlimited potentiality within. Do we know that it is not human to err? Only perfection is human, if you want to bear the name human. The 3 burns of Loki. I have Miðgarðsormur surrounding our world here, biting its own tail. Fenrisulfur feeds on flaws. Helja is our peaceful rest between lifespans. Jörmungandur could be an airborne pony. He might be a good creature. Loki could be us, mankind, fucking up things and then trying to amend. We live in these 3 phenomena, Fenrir, Hel, Jörmungandur, and they have always a choice. Man has free will and the responsibility to choose. Urður is our acts and deeds. We, and we alone, are responsible for every action, every word spoken, every thought, which sooner or later bring our skuld, we created by our Urður, a law of nature. We should never ever violate the laws of nature. That will feed Fenrisulfur. We shall never feed any evil. Fenrir is accumulated stress and filth created by people. Bad deeds, greedily abusing nature, carelessly, by accident or deliberately. Each one of us has gone through many lifespans. Perpetually we dwell in Hel, only to carry on to the next lifespan, because we shall go on evolving to perfection. At the least reach Valhall. Note, 1 lifespan only was invented in southern Europe in the Middle Ages by a few men. The purpose, to put a time pressure on men, a tool to rule. This is still around, used in some theocracies. I tend to see Jörmungandur, offspring of Loki, to be our goal in life, to fly enlightened in our vast skies of consciousness, on our mythical wings. Gandur, in the word Gandreið, means a goose, Gander, and stands for spiritual height. This is the purpose and goal. Please tell everyone why he is here on earth. The fastest way to that goal is to nísa niður, transcend, regularly all our life, take a trip to Glaðheimar every day, join in the feast at Ægis, imbibe fimbulrúnir to use in life on earth, end of an amusing scribe full of 40 Trinities and things we never thought about before, because nobody told us. Bothron Dimbla thanks her teacher for the knowledge in Óðsmál in Fornu. My teacher, Maharishi, Indian physicist, points out to us where to find the knowledge and the understanding. And he teaches us the technique to transcend, nísa niður. Best of thanks, Maharishi, my teacher. Websites and online research since 1990 and books to get available on Amazon. New theories, the real meaning rediscovered. Learn to understand, symbolic language, allegory, abyss of meaning, etymology. Gain profound understanding, the beauty of our forefathers' wisdom and literacy in the broader sense. Nísi niður, transcend, nemið upp fimbulrúnir, gain skill in action. TM is an easy and effective technique. Hundreds of scientific research show effects of really transcending. Life only in the world of Triguna is superficial. Glaðheimar is our real home. Living here gives fair winds and light. We shall understand why we decide to be born, what the real and only purpose and goal of each our lifespan on earth are. Find the sheer beauty and profundity of our reverend forefathers' wisdom, knowledge, science of life, science of consciousness. We do supreme research in consciousness. All there is abides here, the real scientific age. The whole purpose of life is to gain enlightenment.